Trillanes bristles over Leni's snub. Virology CDC bill passed. Hidilyn bags another medal. DOH detects 97 new cases of Delta COVID-19 variant. Beijing to donate more COVID-19 vaccines to the Philippines. Malaysian king rebukes prime minister. Rising from slump takes time, according to Fitch. And southwest monsoon to bring more rains in the Philippines. Good morning, I am Vernon Velasco and you are watching Tribune in front of you. And for the stories for today, two of the country's biggest business groups on Friday lambasted the OCTA group for allegedly trying to induce mass hysteria and panic among Filipinos over the more virulent Delta strain of the coronavirus disease 2019. In the expressed position of one of its officials who supports the imposition of a hard lockdown, the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry questioned the agenda of OCTA research in claiming that a COVID surge is already underway. OCTA has warned that thousands of Filipinos would die and that the Philippine healthcare system would be overwhelmed in case community quarantine restrictions are not tightened. On Wednesday, Filipinos from all walks of life were on the tenterhooks for a late-night pronouncement by President Rodrigo Duterte on the quarantine levels to prevail until August 15, 2021. The hard lockdown did not come, not yet. Instead, the President extended for over 2 weeks the general community quarantine with heightened restrictions already prevailing in Metro Manila and similar COVID-19 hotspots. Nonetheless, government officials have warned that imposing a hard lockdown remains an option depending on the number of people infected by the virus first detected in Wuhan, China in December 2019. In an exclusive interview by Daily Tribune, PCCI President Edgardo Lacson lambasted the group for its alleged alarmist statements, expressing bewilderment over where the OCTA group has been coming from in purportedly creating panic among citizens. In other news, President Rodrigo Duterte has ordered police and barangay officials to bar unvaccinated Filipinos from leaving their houses since they could be walking spreaders of COVID-19. Still, Malacanang said Thursday that such a directive will not be enforced yet. In his public address aired late Wednesday night, Duterte stressed that those who have yet to receive their anti-coronavirus shots should avoid going out amid the persisting threat of the highly contagious COVID-19 Delta variant. Although Mr. Duterte did not say how all Filipinos can be monitored outdoors, he said those found unvaccinated should be escorted by the police back to their homes. What was noticeably absent during his recent public address was the fact that many Filipinos have yet to receive the coveted shots. Some local government units have also suspended their respective COVID-19 vaccination programs in recent weeks due to the reported depleted stock of anti-coronavirus jabs. The state's immunization program is also so far limited to priority groups, namely the health workers, the senior citizens, persons with comorbidities, and essential workers. At a palace briefing Thursday, Duterte's spokesperson, Secretary Harry Roque, said the president's remark was just meant to encourage Filipinos to get vaccinated against COVID-19. In other news still, Trillanes bristles over Leni's snub. An irate former Senator Antonio Sonny Trillanes IV lashed out at Vice President Leni Robredo Thursday, a day after two possible presidential candidates confirmed having talks with her. In a Facebook post, Trillanes recalled how Robredo snubbed with his party when they asked for a meeting, only for them to find out meeting lawmakers. Trillanes earlier said he is willing to withdraw his presidential bid if Robredo decides to gun for the presidency. But after being spurned, Trillanes threatened Robredo Wednesday that the Magdalo Group will not back her political bid should she decide to ally herself with a tandem of Lacson and Senate President Vicente Soto. His remarks came up hours after Lacson and Gordon, who both aired their intention to run for president in the 2022 elections, confirmed that they had meetings with Robredo for a possible partnership. Meanwhile, Senator Francis Pangilinan, the president of Liberal Party, confirmed the meeting and said he helped arrange it as part of their efforts at exploring uniting with other groups and personalities. In other news, the House of Representatives has approved on third and final reading two priority measures of the Duterte administration, the creation of the Virology Institute of the Philippines Act and the Philippine Center for Disease Prevention. The two measures were passed during Wednesday's plenary session, or 2 days after President Rodrigo Duterte reiterated his call to pass the said bills during his final State of the Nation address. House Speaker Lord Alan Velasco on Thursday commended his fellow lawmakers for passing the measures which he believed would improve the country's capability to address future pandemics. House Bill 9559 seeks to establish the Virology Institute of the Philippines at the government's forefront of research and development institution in the field of virology. Senator Christopher Bongo has counterpart measures in the upper chamber seeking the creation of the Virology Center, and the country's equivalent of the US CDC filed the Senate Bill 2155 and SB 2158 respectively. The Virology Agency will be tasked to investigate and explore viruses and viral diseases in humans, plants, and animals. Tribune News on Q will be back after a short break.
Araneta City, home to the country's first indoor shopping mall, the world's original Thrilla, and the first ever Bini Bini pageant. Now a place for your first win, your first catch, your first home, your first big break, your first date, and even your first love. Araneta City, the city of firsts.
Iba ng panahon, ang dami ng bago ngayon. Pati ang mundo natin, well, nagbago na rin. Buti ang bayan, bigger, better na. You can buy it sa centers, pati sa mga parties may online pa at app. You can buy it with your fingers, still don't remittance and more. Online shopping, you can buy it all. Di magpadala, you can buy it all. Anumang pera transaction, you can buy it all.
Sabayan ang pagbabago ng mundo for all your pera transactions, all new Bayan.
Filipinos can count on another medal for Hidilyn without her even lifting a finger. Speaker Lord Alan Velasco announced Thursday that ever gold medalist in the Olympics will be awarded the Congressional Medal of Excellence. Diaz, who stands to receive millions of pesos and properties for ruling the 55-kilogram weightlifting competition of the Tokyo Games, will be the award's first recipient. Velasco said the award was created through a resolution he filed with Majority Leader Martin Romualdez and Minority Leader Joseph Stephen Caraps Paduano. Isabela 5th District Representative Faustino Michael Carlos D. III and Zamboanga City Representative Manuel Jose Manix Dalipe also co-authored House Resolution 2041. Diaz, they pointed out, deserves gratitude and recognition from every Filipino. They cited Diaz for serving as an inspiration to Filipinos, especially to young women and athletes. Velasco, Romualdez, and Paduano also filed House Resolution 1981 seeking to institutionalize the Congressional Medal of Excellence for national athletes who will win the gold medal at the Olympics. Meanwhile, the Department of Health reported 97 more cases of Delta coronavirus variant in the country. Of the 97 new cases of the Delta variant, 88 were local cases, 6 were returning overseas Filipinos, and 5 local or ROF cases. Of the 6 ROFs, 2 were from seafarers of Mount Clyde and barge Claudia, currently anchored off in Albay, and 4 were from crew members of MV Vega that arrived from Indonesia. 94 cases have been tagged as recovered and 3 were fatalities. The DOH is coordinating with their respective local government units to determine other information such as exposure and vaccination status. The new cases pushed the total number of Delta variant cases in the country to 260. For sports news, Beijing will donate more anti-coronavirus vaccines to Manila to substantially boost the government's stockpile, a Chinese envoy announced Thursday. Ambassador Wang Zilian said the People's Republic of China will ship additional doses of COVID-19 jabs to the country amid an increase in demand. The Chinese envoy did not say how many doses of COVID-19 jabs will be donated, but he said it would show China's solidarity with its neighbors. The Philippines has so far received at least 34.36 million doses of anti-coronavirus vaccines from various manufacturers, half of which came from Chinese firm Sinovac. About 17.5 billion doses of Sinovac jabs have been delivered to the country, including 1 million doses donated by the Chinese government. Many Filipinos have yet to receive the coveted shots due to limited supply. Some local government units even suspended their respective COVID-19 inoculation programs in recent weeks due to the depleting stock of jabs. And that's it for today's News on Cue. My name is Vernon Velasco. Good morning.
Catch the latest news on our website tribune.net.ph and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. The Daily Tribune is one with the nation in facing the COVID-19 crisis, and in line with this, the Daily Tribune Digital Edition and Press Reader is now available for free online. You can also download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS users and Google Play for Android users to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune is also inviting everyone to join its community Viber Katribu to get updates on the freshest and hottest news and entertainment stories of the day. Tarcito emoticons are also available on our community Viber. Just click on the link in this video to join.
That's it, never thought self-service can be this slick. Modify plans in a snap, walang hirap, it's a wrap. Just tap the app, now you can check, view, subscribe, renew. Help and support for you. Out with the ring apps are the in thing, you know what to do. Globe at home and Globe One, all in the Globe app na yan. Self-service and easy to use, mas okay tayo dyan. Globe at home and Globe One, all in the Globe app na yan. Instant response, no hold time pa, wala nang hintayan. Download Globe at Home and Globe One app, all in the Globe app na yan.
Download the Globe One and Globe at Home apps from Google Play Store and Apple App Store now.
Download Globe at Home and Globe One app, all in the Globe app na yan.
Malaysia's embattled leader was accused of treason and urged to quit Thursday after the king denounced his crisis-hit government for misleading parliament, a rare public rebuke from the rival. Prime Minister Hidilyn leads a scandal-plagued coalition that seized power last year without an election, but his government is on the verge of collapse after allies withdrew support. Parliament convened this week after a months-long suspension under a virus state of emergency, which critics said was a bid by Hidilyn to cling on to power. On Monday, the law minister announced the emergency would end on 1 August and that several regulations enacted were being cancelled. But rival MPs were furious, claiming Hidilyn was just seeking to dodge a debate and it was not clear the monarch had agreed to revoke the emergency laws as is required under the Constitution. On Thursday, the Royal Palace confirmed the king, Sultan Abdullah Sultan Ahmad Shah, had not given his consent and said that he expressed his great disappointment. The announcement about cancelling the regulations was inaccurate and confused the members of parliament, said a statement from the palace. It is unusual for Malaysia's constitutional monarch, who is widely revered in the Muslim-majority country, to speak out so forcefully against the government. After the royal statement was released, the legislature erupted in uproar with calls of treason and resigned from the opposition benches. For business news, following an outlook downgrade to negative for the Philippines, Fitch ratings underscored the possibility of a delayed recovery for the country. According to Fitch, progress on vaccination may gradually help ease economic and fiscal risks along with associated rating pressures. However, the Philippines, along with the other two countries mentioned, are the three laggards across the region in terms of inoculation. Fitch added that there will be downside risks to medium-term growth prospects as a result of potential scarring effects, as well as possible challenges to unwinding the exceptional policy response to the health crisis and restoring sound public finances as the pandemic recedes. In a relative development, Fitch Solutions disclosed in its latest report that the household spending in the country would likely begin this year, spilling over towards 2022. Based on the forecast, real household spending in the Philippines to post growth of 4% year-on-year in 2021, the start of a recovery from the 8.3% year-on-year contraction in household spending estimated over 2020. As such, the Fitch unit indicated a full recovery in the country's consumer and retail sector will only take place in 2022, with a more conventional growth returning in 2022. Still, Fitch Solutions offers a 5.1% expansion view in real household spending in 2022, with total spending reaching 11.2 trillion pesos. For weather news, the Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration, or PAGASA, on Friday said that southwest monsoon will bring more rains in the country. According to PAGASA, Ilocos Region, Benguet, Abra, Zambales, Bataan, Tarlac, Pampanga, and Occidental Mindoro will experience possible flooding and rain-induced landslides due to scattered to widespread, moderate to at times heavy rains. The rest will have occasional rain, while Visayas and Mindanao will have partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms. Temperature will range from 24.2 degrees Celsius to 27.6 degrees Celsius. And those are the news we've collected for the past 24 hours. And before we go, we'd like to thank our sponsors, MG Motors, Hino Motors, and Security Bank. And that's it for today's News on Q. My name is Vernon Velasco. Good morning.
Catch the latest news on our website, tribune.net.ph, and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. The Daily Tribune is one with the nation in facing the COVID-19 crisis, and in line with this, the Daily Tribune digital edition on Press Reader is now available for free online. You can also download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS users and Google Play for Android users to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune is also inviting everyone to join its community Viber Katribu to get updates on the freshest and hottest news and entertainment stories of the day. Tarcito emoticons are also available on our community Viber. Just click on the link in this video to join.
Something big. The all-new Honda City hatchback with 4 seating modes. Utility mode, long mode, tall mode, refresh mode. The all-new City hatchback. Hatch more life.
Every time I'm on the road, I can expect high performance from Phoenix Fuels. Now with Pulse technology, delivers enhanced power and acceleration to make every trip come alive.